Hey there, it's Kylie Menz here from KylieMenz.com, and today I'm just shooting this really quick video, and apologies for the boring background, but I'm just sitting here in my room on a Saturday morning, and I've been doing some blogging. Now, I just wanted to shoot this quick video just to tell you a bit more about my story and how I got into affiliate marketing. I'm a professional. I work in sales. I run a very, very busy estate agency office for a long time, and now I work in recruitment. I've always worked in a very corporate environment, and generally on the sales side. I love people. I love getting out there. Nothing better than closing a deal and helping someone either move or get a new job or something like that. So I actually love what I do. But I tired of the commute and tired of the hours. I work very, very long hours. It's highly demanding. It's always on the go. You're always having to hit figures, hit targets, that sort of thing. So I started to think about what I really wanted to do with my life and how I could start my own business. Now, people go, oh yeah, you've got skills, you're a professional, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do with myself, and I wasn't really ready to sort of launch my own business, either doing sales or some sort of consultancy. As far as I was concerned, consultancy was just, there was so many people doing it at the time. There was just hundreds of people launching these sort of businesses, and I just didn't know what drove me. But I also knew I wanted to make some changes. So I got into a networking group online, and met a guy called Gavin Mountford. Now, Gavin's taught me about how to get a business set up online. Now, I'm doing this with very low cost, very low startup costs and things like that, but also while I'm building my own brand and figuring out what I really want to do with myself and my time and how I can use my time. So it was one of the big things that stopped me getting started a long time ago. Was I didn't have this big ideal product. I didn't have fantastic, really niche skills that I knew someone would pay for. I also didn't feel like I had that uniqueness. You feel like people launch as entrepreneurs and they, start with this big fantastic idea, and you always hear about these guys that make it through, I don't know, the next big thing. And I never felt that. So I got blocked for a long time and didn't do anything. So I guess I'm here today just to kind of say to you, you can get started building your own income. You can get started starting your own business by selling someone else's products. And that's how I got into affiliate marketing. Now, what it's done is it's helped me learn and it's helped me grow while I'm still developing what I want to do with my time and my business. I guess there's three key things to starting a business online that you need. One of them is obviously marketing skills. You need to know how to market yourself. You need the tools to do the job online, and you need to know how to use them, how to get traffic to your websites, things like that. The second one is business development. It's knowing how to grow your business. So it might be with joint ventures. It could be just sharing skill sets with other people. Anything, outsourcing, different tools, different bits of work that you need done. So it's all that type of thing. And then the third thing is all about personal development. And I've done a lot of personal development over the last 3 months because I felt I was blocked. I didn't want to challenge myself, and yet I knew deep down there was something more out there for me than just a job. And so I've worked with Lynn Driscoll, is just absolutely amazing. I'll do a quick shout out to her. She works so much on your mindset, previous blocks in your life, what you've done in the past, what you need to get over, positive thinking for the future, just kind of working towards what you really want. And so I joined. Obviously, like I said, I got started doing affiliate marketing. Again, it was something I wasn't sure about. I had no idea, but I knew I wanted to get online, and I knew I wanted to start a business, but I didn't have much money. I wasn't sure about my skill set at the time. So someone said to me, get into affiliate marketing. So I joined a company called Empower Network. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of Empower Network today. I may do that on another video later. But I just want to show you, I guess a couple of quick key things with something like Empower Network. It provided me, I think, the three main things to get started very, very quickly. And I actually started making money in my first week with my first sign up, which was fantastic because all my costs were immediately covered. So it's got very low startup costs. You can start up for like something like $25 to get started. That's not even a couple of coffees per month here. So it's a low startup cost. You don't have to have all these big premises. You don't have to buy lots of staff and all that sort of thing. You don't have to pay salaries. You can get started very cheaply. The second thing that really helped me was the training. Now, I had no idea what I was doing, where I was starting, and I'm still learning. And the joys about the internet, and you're constantly learning. You never stop learning on the internet. Something's always changing, something's always growing. You're always finding new things to do to grow your business. So, but the learning to get started with an Empower Network is phenomenal, and it goes right from beginners right through to advanced. And the good thing is, I joined another team. That's the one key thing to think about with affiliate marketing is who is your upline. And I have a fantastic upline with the 10-10 formula group, and they provided so much extra training for me to get started that I was able to obviously, like I said, get my first sign up in my first week. So again, the training is fantastic, and the good thing about it is you can earn while you learn. Not many people can do that. Like you'll read in my blog, you come out of university with thousands of pounds of debt. With this sort of program, you can actually learn and earn at the same time, so you're actually not losing any money. And then I think the third and final thing, the main thing is, is the support mechanism. Technology is another one, I suppose. The good thing about Empower Network, again, you don't need to be that technically advanced. Yeah, you've got to have some understanding, and you grow as you do that. But the best thing is you can get started straight away without having to build a big, expensive website. Everything's done for you. You don't need to be an expert on, how to build a website, how to SEO and all that sort of thing. You can just get started. But it's the support mechanism around you that's absolutely fantastic. With my team at Empower Network, I have virtually 24-hour support because you're dealing with people around the world. If you've got a problem, you can post a question in a Facebook group and someone will come back to you straight away. It's fantastic for that. There's lots of training to get started, so there's step-by-step training on how to get started. And it's a quick way to build an income. Now, I'm on track this year. I hopefully by December will be replacing my full-time income. I'll probably stay at work a bit longer because I want to pay a few things and become completely debt-free before I leave work. But the good thing is I am on track to replace my income. So if anyone's got any questions or want to know a bit more about it, just drop me a line. More than happy to chat through it, talk about your current situation, how I might be able to help, and to look at your plan. What is your plan in relation to the future? The things I started looking at is I'm by myself. I'm not married at the moment. I've got elderly parents starting to, get on that sort of, the elder side of things, and you start to worry about them, who's going to support them. I've got a house that I'm paying for, all that sort of thing. And I started to think, what happens if something happened? Or what if I couldn't work tomorrow? What would I do? And the benefit of Empower Network is 100% commissions and it's residual income. So the benefit of getting into some of these affiliate marketing programs is you get residual income. So you do the hard work up front and then you build your team. But more importantly, you actually build residual income that comes in month after month after month. So it's something to really consider if you want to start to look at Plan B, but you're not quite sure where you want to go or what you want to do for your own business yet. You can start to grow an income, and worst case scenario, that income then can fund your next project or your new business that you want to get started properly. I actually want to do some public speaking at a later stage. I've been looking at avenues of getting up on stage and doing some motivational speaking. Everyone always comments to me on my energy and my enthusiasm for life, and that's really hard to transform and put into a business. So this is the sort of things that I've been considering. So I guess my question to you is, what have you been considering? What is it that you've always really wanted to do that you've put off doing? Could something with like affiliate marketing help you to get there and make life just more enjoyable? I hear stories every day of people that are struggling to pay their bills. They're struggling for, they can't take a holiday this year because they're so broke. They're worried about their jobs, everything like that. I continually hear stories like that. But yet people don't do anything about it. And the nice thing about Empower Network is I've started at part-time. I work full-time. I work long hours. But you can still do it. You don't have to be in front of a computer 24 hours a day. Once you've got systems in place and they're consistently bringing traffic to your website and you've got procedures in place and you've got a plan, then it just basically grows itself. It's fantastic. So have a think about it. Ask me any questions you've got, and I hope this blog helps you as well, just to sort of get you thinking about outside the box. You know, I mean, you'll see my headline stories about a young teenager. I mean, he's 18 and he's going to go work in the Silicon Valley, but the rule is not to go to uni. Uni is not for everyone. And don't get me wrong, if there's young people out here looking, thoroughly 100% believe in education, but I do also believe in thinking outside the box and just getting out there, taking action, doing different things. And most people live in their bubble of life because they feel they just have to live, work, pay the bills, live, work, pay the bills. And it wasn't till I went to the National Achievers Congress that I actually decided I didn't want to just live, work, and pay the bills. I wanted to have a life, and you can create your own life. So really think about that. If you want to make changes, you can make changes really easily. You can create your own life. I hope this blog helps. I'd love to get some feedback and share ideas. And do contact me. All my details are below. Drop me an email. I'm Kylie Menz. I'm on Facebook, Skype. I'm available. Kylie Smiley 1972. Don't ask. But do drop me a line. Say hello. And if I can help in any way, I will. I look forward to speaking to you someday.